Ergodic literature. 6 languages. This article is about the literary neologism. For other uses, see Ergodic, disambiguation. Ergodic literature is a term coined by Espen J. Arseth in his 1997 book Cybertext, Perspectives on Ergodic literature to describe literature in which non-trivial effort is required for the reader to traverse the text. The term is derived from the Greek words ergon, meaning work, and hodos, meaning path. 1. It is associated with the concept of cybertext and describes a cybertextual process that includes a semiotic sequence that the concepts of reading do not account for. 2. Concept, edit. Arseth's book contains the most commonly cited definition of ergodic literature. In ergodic literature, non-trivial effort is required to allow the reader to traverse the text. If ergodic literature is to make sense as a concept, there must also be non-ergodic literature, where the effort to traverse the text is trivial, with no extra pneumatic responsibilities placed on the reader except, for example, eye movement and the periodic or arbitrary turning of pages. 1. In addition to the above definition, Arseth explained ergodic literature as twofold: a normal text and a machine capable of producing several manifestations of a text. 3. One of the major innovations of the concept of ergodic literature is that it is not medium-specific so long as the medium has the ability to produce an iteration of the text. New media researchers have tended to focus on the medium of the text, stressing that it is, for instance, paper-based or electronic. Arseth broke with this basic assumption that the medium was the most important distinction, and argued that the mechanics of texts need not be medium-specific. Ergodic literature is not defined by medium, but by the way in which the text functions. Thus, both paper-based and electronic texts can be ergodic. The ergodic work of art is one that in a material sense includes the rules for its own use, a work that has certain requirements built in that automatically distinguishes between successful and unsuccessful users. 179. Cybertext, edit. Main article, Cybertext. Cybertext is a subcategory of ergodic literature that Arseth defines as texts that involve calculation in their production of scriptons. 175. The process of reading printed matter, in contrast, involves trivial extra-pneumatic effort, that is, merely moving one's eyes along lines of text and explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF turning pages. Thus, hypertext fiction of the simple node and link variety is ergodic literature but not cybertext. A non-trivial effort is required for the reader to traverse the text, as the reader must constantly select which link to follow, but a link, when clicked, will always lead to the same node. A chatbot such as Eliza is a cybertext because when the reader types in a sentence, the text machine actually performs calculations on the fly that generate a textual response. The I Ching is likewise cited as an example of cybertext because it contains the rules for its own reading. The reader carries out the calculation but the rules are clearly embedded in the text itself. It has been argued that these distinctions are not entirely clear and scholars still debate the fine points of the definitions. 4. The concepts of cybertext and ergodic literature were of seminal importance to new media studies. In particular, literary approaches to digital texts and to game studies. Examples: edit. Examples given by Arsith include a diverse group of texts. All these examples require non-trivial effort from the reader, who must participate actively in the construction of the text. Examples of ergodic literature. Title, creator, format or description. No specific example or location is identified. Ancient Egyptians. Stone wall inscriptions of the temples in ancient Egypt that are connected two-dimensionally, on one wall, or three-dimensionally, from wall to wall or room to room. The I Ching. China, as old as 900 BCE. A divination text in which bundles of yarrow stalks are arranged to form numbers. Calligrams Apollinaire. A poem or series of poems whose words are spread out in several directions to form a picture on the page, with no clear sequence in which to be read. Choose your own adventure. Edward Packard. A set of children's novels written in the second person in which the reader makes choices throughout, leading to a number of different possible endings. Composition number 1. Roman. Mark Supporter. A novel with shuffleable pages. 100,000 billion. Poems. Raymond Queneau. A set of 10 sonnets, with each line on a separate card. Strip. All 10 sonnets have not just the same rhyme scheme but the same rhyme sounds, so any lines from a sonnet can be combined with any from the other 9. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. The Unfortunates. B.S. Johnson. Book in a Box 1969. A first and last chapter are specified. 25 remaining chapters are designed to be read in any order. Bottom's Dream. Arno Schmidt. A novel, published in folio format with 1,334 pages, told mostly in 3 shifting columns, presenting the text in the form of notes, collages, and typewritten pages. Dictionary of the Khazars. Milorad Pavic. 3 cross-referenced mini-encyclopedias, sometimes contradicting each other, each compiled from the sources of one of the major Abrahamic religions. Additionally, a ballet adaptation was staged at Madalneanum Opera and Theatre. Landscape painted with T. Milorad Pavic described as a novel for crossword fans. Pale Fire. Vladimir Nabokov. A 999-line poem titled Pale Fire, written by the fictional poet John Shade, with a foreword, lengthy commentary, and index written by Shade's neighbor and academic colleague, Charles Kinbert. Eliza Joseph Weizenbaum. An early natural language processing computer program created from 1964 to 1966 at MIT. Racter. William Chamberlain and Thomas Etter. An artificial intelligence program that generates English language prose at random. Afternoon, a story. Michael Joyce. Electronic literature, published by Eastgate Systems. Known as one of the first works of hypertext fiction. Multi-user. Dungeon, aka Mud 1. Roy Trubshaw. And Richard Bartle. Text-based multiplayer real-time virtual world. Tiny M.U.D. Jameson's text-based multiplayer real-time virtual world. The Griffin and Sabine Trilogy. Nick Bantock. 3 stories, told through a series of letters and Postcards between the two main characters. Every page features a postcard or a letter enclosed in an envelope. S. 5. J. J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. Composed of the novel Ship of Theseus, by a fictional author, handwritten notes filling the book's margins, and loose supplementary materials. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. House of Leaves. Mark Z. Danilewski. A novel with very unusual layout, presented as a story about a manuscript about a movie about a strange house. Z213, Exit, 6, 7, Dimitris Liakos. Simultaneously a novella, a poem, and a journal, as a sequence of fragmented diary entries. Avalavara Osman Lins. A stream of consciousness novel containing riddles, puzzles, anagrams, palindromes, and a considerable amount of wordplay. Hopscotch Julio Cortázar. A stream of consciousness novel which can be read according to two different sequences of chapters. 999, 9 hours. 9 persons, 9 doors. Kotaru Uchikoshi. A Japanese adventure game on the Nintendo DS which is told through two simultaneous perspectives, each displayed on a separate screen. XX Ryan Hughes. A science fiction novel told in part through ephemera, such as declassified documents, artworks, graphics, and a novel within the novel. See also, edit. Cybertext. Digital poetry. Electronic literature. Fighting fantasy. Interactive fiction. Aleatoric art. References, edit. 1 ABCD Arsith, Espen J. 1997. Cybertext, Perspectives on Ergodic Literature. Johns Hopkins University Press. pp. 1-2. ISBN 978-0801855795. 2 Gendola, Peter, Scaffer, Georgian, 2007. The Aesthetics of Net Literature, Writing, Reading and Playing in Programmable Media. Piscataway, N.J., Transaction Publishers. p71. ISBN 9783899424935. 3 Eichner, Suzanne, 2014. Agency and Media Reception, Experiencing Video Games, Film, and Television. Berlin, Springer Science and Business Media. p112. ISBN 9783658046729. 4 Wardrop Fruin, Noah, 12 August 2005. Clarifying Ergodic and Cybertext. Grand Text Auto. 5 The Case of S, or, the Metatextual Pleasure of Ergodic Works. The Believer Logger. 10 March 2014. Archived from the original on 17 March 2017. Retrieved 15 March 2017. 6 Recension, Ponadami di Dimitris Liakos. 18 January 2023. 7 Ergodic Literature, the most interactive book genre ever. 8 March 2024. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF. Categories: Reading, Process, Electronic Literature, Literary Genres. Explore our developer-friendly HTML to PDF API printed using PDF Crowd HTML to PDF.